Today, we will talk about best endeavors, meaning, overview, limits. In commercial contracts, best endeavors is a requirement for a party to use all efforts necessary to fulfill the terms set out. A best endeavors policy places a stricter obligation compared to a reasonable endeavors obligation, and this is equivalent to best efforts, a term widely used in securities markets and preferred in most commercial contracts signed in the United States. A best endeavors obligation places upon the party the responsibility of making every reasonable effort to achieve the desired objective, while a reasonable endeavors obligation may require the party to take no more than a single course of action before considering the task unfulfillable. The lines between best endeavors obligations and reasonable endeavors obligations can sometimes be blurred, resulting in disputes that may end up in court. Factors considered by the court include the extent of the efforts made, commercial viability, and conflicting obligations. The debate on best endeavors versus all reasonable endeavors centers on the enforcement of these obligations and how they are interpreted. For example, all reasonable endeavors may involve repeating a course of action multiple times, as opposed to a single reasonable action. Enforcement of these obligations in a legal action depends on the interpretation and the context surrounding the case. Best endeavors come with limits, and the party under this obligation is not required to put themselves in a detrimental position. This means they would not be forced to expend resources at a loss to themselves. For example, an engineering firm making best endeavors to meet a deadline would not be required to undertake actions that would come at a financial loss to the firm. Best endeavors equate to best efforts, requiring everything to be done, except bankruptcy, to accomplish the stated objective. Here are 3 key takeaways. 1. Best endeavors is a legal term that represents an obligation on a party in a contract to take all the steps in their power to fulfill the terms of the agreement. 2. Best efforts are generally preferred to best endeavors in the United States, but the terms are equivalent. 3. Best endeavors are limited by the right of a party in a contract to avoid actions that are self-damaging. Hope this would help. Thanks for watching.